So in this video, we're again looking at algebraic fractions. We're again looking at adding and subtracting two algebraic fractions to find a single simplified algebraic fraction. It's important to watch the first two videos as these questions are now getting progressively harder. And you also have to make sure you've watched the videos on multiplying terms in algebra, as well as how we multiply two brackets using FOIL for this particular set of examples on algebraic fractions. So we'll get stuck into them. Just again looking at the method, it's exactly the same as what we did in the first two videos. So we have to multiply the denominators being the first step to get a common denominator. So 3 times 2 is 6, and then we cross multiply to change the numerators. So we're going bottom right to top left first. So we're doing 2 times everything that's on the top left numerator here. Okay, so we're doing 2 times all this, and this is why I've written it like this. So 2 times everything that's in this bracket. The bracket is everything that was on the top line, plus 3 times everything that's over here, a plus 1. So multiply everything inside this bracket by 2. So 2 times a is 2a, plus 2 times 4, which is 8, plus 3 times a, which is 3a, 3 times 1, which is 3. Okay, and again over our numerator of 6. The last thing we have to do in this question is then simplify. This has to be a simplified fraction, so we collect the like terms on the numerator. So 2a plus 3a is 5a, plus 8 plus 3 is 11 all over 6. And it's always important to just look, is there any way we can simplify that further? But no, there's no common factor of 5, 11 and 6 that we can divide by. So that's our final answer in this case. So moving on to the second example, again we'll follow the steps. Multiply the denominators, cross multiply, then simplify as necessary. So multiplying the denominators now. In this case, we could just leave this as this because, I mean, we're going to multiply. You could multiply that out using FOIL, but it doesn't really simplify further than when you collect the like terms in the middle. So you can leave that like that. But anyway, cross multiplying. We're going to do 4 times everything here. So 4 times everything on the denominator on the right, minus, and we're going from bottom left to top right, 2 times b plus 5. So again, the method so far is fine. We do need to multiply out the brackets on the top line. So 4 times b is 4b, 4 times minus 1 is minus 4, minus 2 times b, which is minus 2b, minus 2 times plus 5, so be careful here, you're doing a negative times a positive, which changes that to a negative, so it's minus 10, because 2 times 5 is 10, of course. And I'm going to just multiply out the bottom line using FOIL, just as a reminder, but you don't necessarily have to do that in this question. So b times b is b squared, so FOIL is first, outer, inner, last. Outer, b times minus 1 is minus 1b, which is minus b. Inner, 5 times b is plus 5b. And last, 5 times minus 1 is minus 5. Then collect our like terms together, top and bottom. So 4b take away 2b is 2b. Minus 4 take away 10 is minus 14. Okay. And then on the bottom line here, well, we can't simplify b squared. So on its own, we've got minus b plus 5b that's minus 1 plus 4, which is positive 4b minus 5. And there's nothing further we can do to simplify this. We can't take a factor of b out because the 14 and the 5 don't share b. There's no shared numerical factor of each of the terms. So that is that fraction simplified. We'll do one more example. Okay. So our third one here is going to be quite a bit of FOIL in this case. All right, so multiply the denominators. So I end up with c minus 2 times c plus 5 on the bottom. Then cross multiply. So I'm multiplying everything here by everything here. So best way of considering that is two brackets. So c plus 1 times c plus 5, just like that. And that's where we're going to use FOIL to multiply out. Plus this denominator by this numerator, so same again, we're doing c plus 3 times c minus 2. It doesn't matter what order you write the brackets in, you're going to multiply them out anyway. So let's FOIL the sets of brackets. So c times c is c squared, outer c times 5 is plus 5c, inner 1 times c is plus c, 1 times 5 is plus 5. Our second set of brackets, so c times c, c squared, outer, c times minus 2 is minus 2c, inner, 3 times c is plus 3c, and last, plus 3 times minus 2 is minus 6, so be careful when multiplying a positive by a negative there. Okay, so you can see quite a lot in this one when it comes to simplifying. Can multiply at the bottom line or just leave it as is. I'll multiply it out anyway. So voiding the denominator, c times c, c squared, outer, c times 5 is plus 5c, inner, minus 2 times c is minus 2c, and minus 2 times plus 5 is minus 10. Okay, now we have to collect the like terms, and this is the tricky part. Okay, so squared terms, c squared terms gives us c squared plus c squared, which gives me 2c squared. Now there's quite a lot of c's to add and subtract up here, so we've got 5c plus c is 6c. Take away 2c is 4c, plus 3c is positive 7c. And then I've got my numerical terms on their own here, so plus 5 take away 6 is minus 1. So that's what I'm left with on the top line. On the bottom line, I've got c squared, and all I have to simplify is 5c take away 2c, which is positive 3c, minus 10. Okay, and we can just leave that one as is. I'll post some questions for you to have a go at. Anything you're unsure about, just ask.